Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
The AICTE Idea Labs were conceived to transform technical education by empowering young minds with cutting-edge technology, processes and skills for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let's get to know all about AICTE Idea Labs from Professor Rajiv Kumar, who has been instrumental in cementing the concept across the country.
People generally ask us, so from where this establishment of the Idea Labs came to the mind of the AICTE. Now, I would like to tell the genesis behind the Idea Labs. When we were working on revision of the curriculum, we interacted large number of students and the faculty members across the country, and we found that there is a thought among the students' mind that whatever they are learning in engineering and other courses, it was not the thinking before joining that course in their mind. They were thinking that they will do a lot of hands-on part in engineering courses, engineering programs. But later on, when they joined this program, they found that most of the engineering programs, they are theory based, very less hands-on part. And if there is some hands-on part, it is relevant to the curriculum. Only whatever written is in the curriculum, they are supposed to do in that laboratories. Then this idea came to our mind that we should give some free space to our students in the form of the laboratory, where whatever they have in their mind, they can think, they can explore, they can ideate, they can create the prototype by applying their hands-on part. So that was the idea behind the creating of Idea Lab. Then we contacted large number of experts, and then we found chairman of the TIFAC, Prabhat Ranjanji. He has done similar type of work during his tenure at TIFAC, DST. We contacted him and we requested him to form a scheme where we can collaborate industry, institutions and the AICTE, and we can create a platform, we can provide a platform to our students. They can work, they can explore, they can ideate, they can create the prototype of the things they have in their mind. So this was the genesis behind creating the Idea Lab, and this is how the journey started in 2020. When we took a decision that we will start Idea Labs in 2020, we invited expression of interest from colleges, those who are interested, and the thing was that we are not going to fund any of the Idea Lab in metros or big cities. Our emphasis was tier 2 and tier 3 cities, particularly the institutions in the rural areas. And this is how we identified 50 colleges with the condition that AICTE will fund 50% and 50% they have to generate from either from the industry or from their own resources. And they have to create a separate account for this purpose. First, they have to put the money from the industry or from their own resources in that account. Then AICTE released their portion in that account. And not only that giving money and creating Idea Lab, I think that is the simplest part of a whole exercise. But the toughest part is who will run them. We need expertise. What is expected from these Idea Labs? So we have to train faculty members for running these idea labs 24 hours round the week throughout the year. That was the mandate. Our committee headed by Prabhat Ranjanji, they conducted large number of faculty development programs, and the interesting part was that faculty from even the non-engineering courses, they joined these faculty development programs and performed the best in all such faculty development programs. Who were trained in these faculty development programs, they became the coordinators of all these 550 idea labs which were funded by the AICTE. And after starting of these idea labs, we have also, the committee has also prepared a list of the equipments which are required. We have given a detailed list of the equipments required in an idea lab to execute, to prototype the idea of any idea the students they have in their mind. So all these instruments and the equipments were procured by the colleges, and the proper functioning of the idea labs started in late 2021. This is the second part of I can call it the second part of the phase of the idea lab. After proper functioning started of all such idea labs, we requested them that you don't restrict the students from other institutions or schools, nearby schools. Rather, you invite them to these idea labs so they can also understand, they can also see what are the facilities, what they can do when they join a college. All such types of feeling we want to create amongst the students, those who want to join higher education, particularly the engineering education. And I'm happy to share that the large number of institutions, nearby institutions in the rural areas, they visited these idea labs. They saw the first time how 3D printers, the works, are all such things, new things they saw, and a passion has developed in their mind. We have seen that, and this strategy worked very, very well. Even the nearby industry people, they start visiting the idea labs, and in some of the idea labs, the small industries, they gave their projects, and these projects, they were executed by our students, of the faculty of the institutions, and this gave an first exposure to our students of the industry work. How our students got exposure, institution also could generate some revenue for the smooth functioning of these idea labs. So most of the idea labs now, they are connected through the industry, making revenue for small things, for the raw material they need to procure in the idea labs. So all such types of things are happening, and results are tremendous. When nearby institutions, they saw that they are working very, very well, we got several requests from the other institutions that we don't need even funding, you just mentor it. The important thing was that in all this process, mentoring of the idea labs was regular. We were having a portal where smallest activity of the idea lab was reported, and team of experts, they used to work late up to night, sometimes late up to 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. They keep on working and guiding the institutions. So that was the passion of the team, those who were given this task for execution of a smooth execution of the vision of the idea lab in their institutions. They worked very, very well. It worked very, very well. And then we selected around 50 other idea labs where no funding was given by AICTE, and only the mentoring was done by the AICTE. And they were very happy. Now the major thing of these idea labs is that even a person who is not a student, and wants to work and ideate something and wants to create prototype, he can also visit that Idea Lab, and he can take the services. And Idea Labs also provide the raw material to all such those who are visiting these Idea Labs. So this is a great initiative. So I request not only the students or students from the schools or other colleges where in the region the Idea Lab is situated, they should go, they should visit, they should see how students they are working with dedication and commitment. All the students, those who are working, they have dedication and the commitment. And we have also requested our institution, please don't put lock. They should work round the clock. These Idea Labs, they should work round the clock, and we should trust our students. And we have what we have seen, we have not received even a single complaint or feedback where institute has reported that students has or have exploited, they have spoiled that machinery or the printer or anything. So this is when you give responsibility to our youngsters, they perform, they show the work, and they show the outcome also. So that was the great thing and the initiative of AICTE. Now if we talk about the outcome of these Idea Labs, they have changed the culture. Basically the culture in the institution have changed. Now our students, they are going for the patents. Previously only faculty members, they were filing the patents. Now our students, they are filing the patents. Large number of patents from these Idea Labs, they have been filed by students. Faculty members, they are also filing patents. And when we organized this AICTE Idea Lab Fest in AICTE, we found that around 350 patents have already been awarded to the work done by the students from these Idea Labs, and many more, around 600, 700 patents, they are under pipeline. So this is not a small thing. The small initiative taken by AICTE, mentored by AICTE, has brought a sea change in the culture of the institutions. Few months back, I was visiting one of the Idea Lab in Chhattisgarh, and I saw the enthusiasm and the commitment of the faculty and the students when they were working in these Idea Labs. And I was also informed by the college administration before the Idea Lab in the institution, this institution was on the verge of closure. But we got Idea Lab, we worked dedicatedly, and now we are getting projects from the government organizations, from the armed forces, they are getting projects from the nearby industry, and these projects, they are being executed with the help of the faculty and students in the Idea Lab, and they are generating good amount of revenue also for the Idea Labs. So this is a start, and looking at the performance and the outcomes of these Idea Labs, AICTE thought that we should fund more and more Idea Labs, particularly in rural and remote areas. So recently we have funded 321 more Idea Labs. Now you can see that the amount AICTE is spending, and this matching amount is being spent by the institution or the industry for the functioning of the Idea Lab. So these Idea Labs basically have changed the culture in institution. I request institutions, those who are not having these Idea Labs, please first visit Idea Labs, nearby Idea Labs, along with the students. And these Idea Labs, they are open for all, and see how they have reformed and changed the culture in their institution. So this is a big change. I hope in time to come, these Idea Labs, every institution will have an Idea Lab, either funded by the AICTE or established by the institution on its own. I also congratulate my team at AICTE, those who were mentoring to the students, even in the late hours, and that has created a big impact. And I hope in time to come they will continue with the same spirit. With all these words, I once again thank each and everyone.